Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are doing an exciting sit down video where I'm just going to be showing you exactly how I kind of, got my body back after having Eva. But before we jump into this, I do just want to give a trigger warning that we will be talking about like weight loss and how I got my body back. I will not actually disclose the weight that I'm currently sitting at because I really don't like people to compare themselves. Everyone looks different and everyone is different, and just because I might weigh one thing doesn't mean that you should weigh that or anything else, okay? So I'm not going to be mentioning that. Please just go off how you look and feel. That is only thing that matters here, okay? So let's dive straight into this video. I'm so excited. So just as let's just lay it on the table, I'm actually 18 months postpartum. So my little girl is now 18 months. I gave birth to her in September 2020. Wow, God, that seems like ages ago. So I'm just gonna be explaining exactly how I got my body back to where it is and how long it took me and everything like that. So let's dive in. Let's talk about, how long did it actually take me in general to kind of get back to where I currently am sitting at. To be completely honest with you, it actually took me, I would say, a good 11 to 12 months. Now, kind of the thing that I like to say is it took you 9 months to create a human being, and it takes around 9 months or so to kind of get back to feeling like yourself. Now, through my journey, there were some ups and downs. I really thought, let's just put it on the table, that breastfeeding, I was gonna lose a ton of weight, and I actually had the complete opposite effect. When I started breastfeeding and my milk come in, I actually started to really gain weight around the 2-month mark, and I just continued to gain weight, and it sat with me until I stopped breastfeeding, and I stopped breastfeeding at 6 months. Then I started to really see a difference, and then by 11 to 12 months, I was completely back to how I was. My weight was the same as what it was pre-pregnancy. I felt so much stronger in my body. I felt really happy with everything that I'd done, and I got my core back to how it should be. So it did take me a year. Your journey might take you way less, or your journey might take you longer. Whatever it is, it's absolutely fine. As long as you feel confident and strong, that is all that matters, okay? And when I'm saying like get my body back, I kind of mean more like feel like myself again, because if you've had a baby or not, you really feel like you don't feel connected to yourself. I certainly felt disconnected from like my stomach. I felt really weak, and it just wasn't a great feeling because you're sleep deprived, you're a milk machine, and then on top of that, you just feel like you're not yourself. So it was really good when I started working out and eating better and whatnot to kind of then get back into my mode. So let me break it down exactly for you how I got from this to this. So let's start with the workouts. So like I said to you, I actually gained all of my weight back when I was breastfeeding, which is hilarious. But it just is what it is. That's what happened. Priorities feeding Eva. But when I was doing all my workouts, I'd say the first thing that I started to do after I gave birth was walking. That was the first thing that I did. It was just being able to move my body. I think I walked every single day with Eva in like the 4th trimester. So the first 3 months, that's what I did. Then when I actually then got the go ahead from my physio that I was seeing, which was about the 6-week mark, she said that I could start incorporating more workouts. However, I was not allowed to jump just because of like the uterus. So no jumping was allowed for me. It was just simple walking, and it was low intensity exercises, which was absolutely fine. Considering that you haven't done anything for a while, it's really good to start building up your stamina and endurance slowly, and it worked for the better for me. In that time as well, I did a lot of breathing and core exercises with my physio as well, which was so good. It's what I needed to do. Then I think when it got to around the Christmas mark, so this was 3 months, that's when I was able to start incorporating dance, so a lot more fun movements, and then I was allowed to start doing HIIT workouts. That's when I started to really get my energy back, and I did start to see a difference, I really did, but it was kind of more maintaining everything that I had, which was quite funny. And then I did do toning exercise as well, so I would say I was working out 4 times a week at this point. So up until the 6-month mark, I was working out 4, maybe 5 times a week, depending on the actual like weekday that it was like. But it would include some HIIT, it would include dance, and then it would include some toning exercises and a lot of breathing, abdominal core work. So that's like the main structure of my workouts. Then once I stopped the breastfeeding and I really then wanted to focus on weight loss and getting my weight back down, that's when I started to crank it up. I started to go way harder with my workouts. So I was doing my ones from Pink Dragon, and I started to do Ultra Burn, and They're only 15 minutes, but if you really push yourself, you die towards the end. But it's a good dying. Like, you feel like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, I'm really pushing myself, I'm sweating, and I'm gonna see the rewards. And that's what I did. I stayed consistent. I worked out for 5 times a week on the Pink Dragon. So all the days are set up for you, included HIIT and included toning exercises. And that's when I started to really see the difference. And honestly, once I stopped breastfeeding, that really helped as well, because my hormones began to balance out, you know, started to get my cycle and whatnot back. And then gradually the weight started to come off. It was slow, it was sustainable, and that was the main thing. And then, like I said, by about kind of June, July, I started to feel really, really good. I was super happy, but there was just a little bit more that I wanted to lose. And then I was able to drop it, no problem, just by following that simple workout system through Pink Dragon, helped me to get to where I was. So that was it for the workouts for me. Now let's jump into, you know, I think I always say this wrong, Diastasis Recti. So that is ab separation. So I'm just gonna show you guys here for the purpose. So this ab separation here is literally where the 2 abs here split. So as you can see, I've now healed my diastasis recti, but I will be serious with you. When I was pregnant, when I got pregnant, I didn't actually know what ab separation was, never heard of it before. Then one day I was looking in the mirror and I was like, wow, like, why do I have this like bigger line in my stomach? That's when I actually decided to go and see a physio. So the reason why you get diastasis recti is because as your uterus stretches, it ends up pushing your stomach outwards, and when there's no more room to go out, it then goes sideways. That's just what's going to happen naturally when you are pregnant. It's something that you can't really avoid. It is going to happen, but there are ways in which you can kind of slow down and prevent it a little bit more, instead of not being completely aware of it and being oblivious. So after, I think I got to like the 32-week mark, I actually had a 4-finger ab separation, which is crazy. I thought I wouldn't have that because my core was really strong. Nope, wasn't the case. I had a 4-finger diastasis recti. Then I gave birth, and then I think 2 weeks after I'd given birth, I had my physio come over and check me, and I had a 2-finger split, and I had half a finger at the bottom, so I had no ab separation at the bottom, and then the belly button, the upper abs was sitting at a 2-finger. Now, how did I heal this? So as soon as I was made aware of that at the 2-week mark, I then started getting to work. So the foundation of making sure you can bring your abs back together is all through your breathing technique. I know it sounds really simple, but trust me, those simple things, the breathing techniques combined with the little exercises that I was given for my core, literally healed my stomach, and it went back pretty quickly. I think within like honestly, I think like a month or even a couple of weeks, my ab separation just went back to what it was, and I'm now sitting half a finger, and like a little bit less than a finger at the top. So completely healed it all through doing these breathing exercises. Now, I am going to put a link here for you that you can actually check out the exact core exercises and how to do the right breathing technique. I filmed it actually when I was postpartum, so it's the perfect thing for you guys to do. I literally practiced that. I avoided all ab exercises. I'm talking no sit-ups, no crunches, no nothing when I did not feel strong. I actually think it took me 6 to 9 months to do a proper sit-up because I took it slow. Please do not force yourself. You really want to make sure that you're giving it your all. So if you do have a diastasis, whether this is years after pregnancy or you've just given birth, first of all, make sure you get it checked. I'll show you how you can actually check it in a second, but make sure you get it checked by your physio or your doctor so you know exactly where you are sitting at, and then do these breathing exercises. It is so simple. Do it in the morning, do it in the night. That's literally, I would literally do those little things every single day, and then it actually helped me to really heal my diastasis and bring it back, along with avoiding strenuous core exercises. Stop doing things like the plank or side planks. It puts too much pressure. Build up your strength slowly, and then you'll notice over time that the core will then come back to how it should be. So I'm actually going to show you the breathing technique now that you guys can do, and then the video is basically combining the breathing with the core exercises. So what you want to do is you want to imagine that you have a corset on, and you want to connect all of these together. So you want to inhale, and you really want to expand your belly. So now as you exhale, you want to bring the ribs in, you want to bring the bottom core and the midsection in, and you just want to that's literally all you want to do. I used to do that morning and night when I was pregnant, when I had Eva, and it made the biggest difference. That is literally how simple it was to cure that, like I said, and avoiding those strenuous exercises and anything that was going to put too much pressure on your abdomen. So that's how I actually healed my diastasis with that super simple thing. You guys, if you have any questions, please do comment below, and I'll be happy to help you, because I love like talking about diastasis recti. Super random, but I really do. And then let's jump on to the final element, which is diet. Now, diet honestly plays a crucial role in weight loss. I know we hear it time and time again, but it really does. When I gave birth, it was probably more my fault, to be honest, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I just ate and ate and ate and ate. And I was hungry because I was breastfeeding. So I was actually staying up for most nights till like 4 a.m. with Eva when I was breastfeeding in the very beginning for like the first month, because I was paranoid to sleep because of Eva. Obviously you're up breastfeeding, and I'd eat at like 4 a.m. and I'm not just saying like I'm just eating like nuts or something. I was eating like half a chocolate bar of dairy milk, or I was eating a chocolate protein bar. Like I was eating, and I had a really sweet tooth for some reason in that phase, so I would go to Starbucks and I'd go and buy like a really big cappuccino with soy milk, and then I'd get a muffin or a cookie. Like it was my fault. I was not putting in the right food into my body, and that's totally fine. That's just is what it is. That's what I wanted to do at the time. So after I did that and I realized that I started gaining and gaining, especially with the breastfeeding, I think it got to like the January, February mark, I think I'd gained 5 kilos. So I'd kind of like gone up in the pregnancy journey. That's when I decided to start making a change, and I then started to really prioritize eating healthier whole food meals that I would cook at home. If I did want snacks, I ended up baking my own snacks or having shakes or yogurts. I really just started to make healthier, more conscious choices where I could. And then I'd say I kind of knew that I wasn't able to drop all the weight after everything that I was still doing. The weight just kind of was just sitting there trying to sustain itself with my milk supply. So once I did stop breastfeeding in April, I thought this is the time then well I'll really give it my all. So what I did during that time is I then focused predominantly on making sure that I upped my protein to really help me with my recovery with the workouts that I was doing. So I would make sure I was getting the right amount of protein. Sorry, I have a cold still if you can hear it. So I was doing 40% protein in my diet, 30 carbs, 30 fats. I was making sure that with most meals there was always protein involved. I was really eating healthy, and if I was gonna say go out and enjoy a cake, I would still do that. I'm not gonna deprive myself. Once a week or twice a week, if I wanted to go out with Aaron and Eva and have a coffee and a cake, I would still do that, because I knew that most of the time I was eating really healthy. And then if we wanna have takeaway or go out for dinner, I would do that probably once a week. I think we would do that. So it was more about eating like 80-20% of the time, like 80 really well, 20% I could have the things that I wanted here and there. And then, like I said, just focusing mainly on protein. Honestly, once I started doing that combined with my working out 5 times a week, really predominantly going hard on the hits, that is literally when I started to see a difference. I think we had a work like event in May, and I had significantly seen a difference from April to the end of May. Like the girls were even surprised. I like, wow, like I'd dropped so much weight so quickly, and I continued to do that sustainably, and I started to lose weight in increments, but changes where I could really see it. I wasn't focusing on the scales as much. It was more to do with my photos. I could see the difference. My clothes were fitting better. And like I said, by like July, August, I was basically back to how I was. And then by September, I was incredibly stronger in my core. Like I couldn't believe it. Like I could do anything and everything at this point. And it was just the best feeling to feel like yourself again, because if I'm confident and I feel good, I'm going to showcase that to my daughter, and she's going to do that. And the one thing now that I love, especially with the job that I do, is Eva sees me eating healthy and training every single day. Okay, not training every day, but like 5 times a week. But she sees that and she now copies. It's so funny. She will get on the floor and do planks, or she do like donkey kicks. And she eats such an incredible diet because we're educating her and showing her that food is energy. She has the right energy. She's going to be able to play and be strong and be confident and do the things that she wants to do and not be lethargic or feel fatigued. So it's just amazing for me to be able to feel like myself again and feel strong and be the strong mama that I'm supposed to be. And then I can show that to Eva. So that's my overall journey, guys. It took me, like I said, a good 11 to 12 months. Your journey will take as long as it takes, but you have support. If you guys want any help or you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I am really considering doing something to do with you know, helping mums and going through the pregnancy, the postnatal journey, and even like to do with parenting. Like, it's something that I've really been considering. So if you guys think that that's something you'd be interested in from me having more videos or information, let me know in the comments below, because that will really help me make my decision. But I hope this video was really informational. If you feel like you'd like a separate video as well on ab separation itself, that is something I can discuss as well, because I know that is a huge topic for pregnant ladies and postpartum. So that's it from me, guys. It was super fun to film this. I hope you guys really did enjoy it from me. Any questions, let me know, but don't forget to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. We also do have a free trial coming live on the Pink Dragon app. So if you guys are interested in checking out those workouts and ultra burn like I did, you guys have access to it for 7 days that you can get in the link in bio, or you can just download the Pink Dragon app. It is literally a purple little icon. I'll put it on the screen so you guys can see it. So that's it from me. Have an amazing day, guys, and I will speak to you all very, very soon.